Hey guys, Froby here. Just wanted to make a quick little video on a little idea I had recently. As we all know, Diabotical is around the corner and we're going to be playing, full game on release, or at least open beta somewhat soon, apparently projected for July, which is pretty awesome since a lot of us here in the Arena FPS community have been waiting for Diabotical for quite a long time, months if not years. And I just had a quick little idea that I thought I'd share. Of course, I'm sure that many people may completely disagree with the idea, and that's okay too. I just thought I'd, kind of put it out there. As we all know, we're living in a space right now where battle royales are kind of king. Battle royales are huge right now. They're the types of games that new gamers are kind of flocking to in every single type of platform, whether it's console, PC, even mobile games. And Arena FPS doesn't really have any kind of battle royale. So I figured, okay, well, how could we try to take that battle royale mode and adapt it to Arena FPS? Well, I don't think that the traditional battle royale mode, something like PUBG or Apex Legends, would suit the Arena FPS genre. But I do think that if we think outside the box, there's different ways that we can try to adapt that style of gaming with something that we're already familiar with in Arena FPS. So what I mean by that is, one of the modes that we're very familiar with in Arena FPS is Clan Arena. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, but the reality is it's a mode that's kind of a staple for Arena FPS, especially Quake players. Recently in Diabotical we had kind of 1v1 Clan Arena and 1v1 Rocket Arena game modes, which I think is really awesome. It's great for getting new players familiar with the weapons, movement, positioning, all the in-depth parts about Arena FPS that we all have come to love. So after seeing these modes have such a good reception in Diabotical, and battle royales being so prevalent right now, I figured, okay, well, how can we mix these two modes together? One way that we might be able to do it is by having the quote-unquote battle royale mode attached to a ladder system. What I mean by this is maybe having, and again, these numbers can all be changed, but let's say a server, quote-unquote, that has 20 players playing at the same time. Now, these 20 players are not all facing each other at the same time, but instead they're all in mini arenas that are all 1v1 fights. Now, these 1v1 fights, they can be with item control or without item control, which would be considered Clan Arena style. That's something we can all discuss here. But basically, we're looking at 1v1 fights. If you win, you move on. If you lose, you go to the next game. So really the concept is just taking the Battle Royale name and attaching it to a ladder system that has quick 1v1 fights. So to summarize, it would basically be 20 people in a server, everybody is in a 1v1 arena. These fights can be maybe a minute and a half each. Again, items or no items, that's something we can all discuss here. But if you win, you move on. If you lose, you go to the next game. So it'd be very quick. I think this idea could help the Arena FPS scene in general, because it would bring all the people who have eyes on battle royales into the Arena FPS space. When we're talking about the game mode itself, I think a lot of actual battle royale players might actually enjoy it because there's not as much RNG. One of the main issues a lot of players have with battle royales is third partying. Granted, third partying is a big part of the strategy behind battle royales. I do feel like a lot of players would really enjoy the fact that they're playing a quote-unquote battle royale where third partying is not an issue. There's a lot of different engagements that you take in Apex Legends, Fortnite, PUBG, what have you, where you're going in there with the right decisions and you basically have done everything correctly and you've taken the engagement to win. But because you get third party, that's the biggest RNG factor that can happen at that time, and you end up losing that fight. Well, with this concept, not only are we taking the Arena FPS gameplay and mixing it with Battle Royale, but we're also eliminating that type of RNG from that game mode. So players will be able to play full-on fights that they will feel satisfied with either losing or winning, and then they either just move on to the next game or they move up through the ladder where they can get their winner eggbot dinner. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I really didn't want to stretch this video any longer than 5 minutes, so I think I'm just going to wrap it up here. But I did want to just get the very simple concept out so that maybe someone from the Diabotical team can hear it out and maybe run with it. I mean, I think that at this point we're trying to do everything we can as a community to promote Arena FPS. We're trying to do everything that we can to put this type of game and put it into the limelight so that other people that have never experienced Arena FPS can appreciate what it's like to play a Quake game or an Unreal Tournament game, or now the future, which is a Diabotical game. I think that Too Good and the team are doing everything they possibly can to make this game the best they can. And I do think it's up to us, the community, to try our best to promote the game as much as we possibly can, and as a community as well, to try to come up with different game modes, ideas, and tournaments to try to help the community grow. Anyways, I just want to wish you all the best during these crazy times going on in the world right now. So take care and stay safe. Ciao.